What's going on, everyone? It's Josh Elbow. In the video today, I want to talk about habits, good and bad habits. I'm reading a book about habits right now. It's a yellow book. What's the name of that book? Habits. It's just called Habits. Reading a book called Habits right now, and it talks about. The book is more on the psychology of them and like why, like we live day to day. But the habits that I'm specifically going to be talking about today are going to be negative and positive habits in our own lives. Which kind of comes down to, again, consistency. So I see people that'll either be complaining about not having enough money or not having the highest quality of life, the exact quality of life that they want, but at the same time, they're not changing the habits that would create that for them. So they're not, if they choose to do Mercari, they're not posting things on Mercari. Well, thanks. The power of habits. And it talks about how to set new habits when you have those bad habits, but if you're not making as much money as you want, you shouldn't be in the habit. You have a bad habit of going out and still spending money on drinks or whatever, like you do when you go out with friends, when you can be spending that time working and making money, but you don't like have the habit because there's no reward in the short term for not going out. So the book talks about the way a habit works is there's a key trigger, and then there's a action, and then there's a reward. So the trigger might be Friday night comes along. Like your long-term goal for yourself is to make more money, but Friday night comes along, that's the trigger. And the action is that you go out and you go drink at the bar with your friends, and the reward is you get to get drunk, enjoy yourself that Friday night. But then your life isn't changing because when your bank account is still shit, your relationship, let's say if you're going to the bar instead of dealing with relationships that you have that you want to build and grow, isn't the same. You don't get to do those things when, like, I'm all for having both. I'm all for having your cake and eating it too. I'm all for if you want something to be away. Like, I like to travel and I also like to make money, so I make sure that when I am traveling, I'm still making money at the same time, and the trips are profitable from a dollar standpoint and a long-term value standpoint, because otherwise they'd just be vacations, and if I'm vacationing and I'm not working, I'm losing money, and I'm not. Like, I'm young, I can hustle, I can make money. But it comes down to the habits. So the way that you can reset yourself up for success with this is think of the reward that you would get by, instead of going out and spending that $10, $20, $50, $100 at the bar that night, what would the reward look like for you? So with me, it's cigars, right? I can give you my own example. Spending $10 on a cigar, 20 bucks on a cigar, whatever, it's 10, 20 bucks. Excuse me, and it's not a big deal, but what could I be putting that same $10, $20 for? So if I look at it as, instead of spending that 10, 20 bucks on a cigar, put that let's say $10, put that $10 towards a Facebook ad that'll make me $100, $200, $1,000, whatever X amount of money, and then when I get the return on the money from the Facebook ad and I get a client, let's say, it's paying me $250 a month or whatever, use that money to go get my cigar. So I still can have both. You can still go to the bar, but you need to change the habits if you're complaining about not having enough money, or like mainly it's money. Like most of the people that I talk to, the biggest challenge like people reach out to me on my Instagram because it's the business guy, the money guy. How can I make more money? How can I make money online? Whatever, outside of a job. So if it's money, which most people it is, you gotta change these fucking shit habits that are causing you to not have, and don't wonder why that there's none there, but you can make the change. So there's my message for the day. If you guys have any questions, by all means, I'm always here to help on Instagram at the Josh Elbow. Email me at summitsme@gmail.com. If you want to get coached one-on-one, I'm your guy too.